Hello again, everyone. This is Kevin Johnson bringing you the Organizational Excellence Podcast. This is the Silver Podcast. That's right, the 25th. So today's topic is teamwork, productivity, and team culture. This is one where I think sometimes as owners, leaders, managers, or just team members, we may have these gut feelings about things. We can kind of put our finger on something, but we have nothing really to put our hands around. And this is something where my logic brain likes to bring in the facts. So today, I want to tell you a little story about Natalie, Kim, and ELISA. Imagine these are three people that work for you, and all three people work 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. Imagine Natalie is one where she comes to work every day, she does her job, she follows the checklist, and let's just say she's not always in the best frame of mind, not always the most positive person, not always the one who's looking at the brighter side of things. And then you have Kim. Kim also, again, works for you 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, and she too follows the checklist, but maybe she's one that also kind of knows where we're headed or what we're supposed to be doing or what's the real goal we're supposed to be achieving. But Kim is always one who's purely just a problem solver. She's always looking for what can I do next or how do I get through this? And then you also have ELISA. And ELISA, again, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. But ELISA is that person that is literally Susie Sunshine. She hits the door every morning with a big smile. Even in the face of a really big problem, she's like, no problem. We can do that. With these three people, again, they work 8 hours a day. Let's just say they're all paid the same exact amount of money. But yet, at the end of the week, you're going to start noticing a difference in the amount of work or the amount of things that get accomplished through Natalie, Kim, and ELISA. So going back to my example with Natalie, with her not so great attitude sometimes, in reality, we might get 4 hours of real work out of Natalie. So just think, I'm paying her for 8 hours, really getting about 4 hours worth of work done. So figure I'm really only getting about 50% out of her. And then there's Kim, who she is a good, solid employee, not Susie Sunshine, but also not looking at things in terms of why it's not going to work. And I get my 8 hours worth of work out of that person. And then we have ELISA. ELISA, again, super positive person, always being the one who's looking at the brighter side of things. And yet we can look at her, and it seems like sometimes ELISA is the one that works circles around everyone. We just can't put our finger on why ELISA always just gets so much more work done. Still only being paid 8 hours, but oddly enough, it seems like at times she gets a day and a half worth of work done or more compared to some other people. And if you put the numbers to this, again, if I'm paying somebody for 8 hours, I'm only getting 50% out of Natalie. If I look at Kim, I'm getting 100%. I'm getting exactly what I asked for. But yet with ELISA, I'm literally getting from ELISA, think about this for a minute, I'm getting 200% more from ELISA than what I'm getting from Natalie. 200%. So sometimes when you start looking across the team that you work with, whether they work for you, you manage them, or you're working with them on a day-to-day basis, it's amazing how the attitude alone can impact an individual's productivity, how it can impact the entire team's productivity. This is something where you can, again, take feelings and put facts to this so we have something to balance us out, and we can take this and actually put some effort behind what do we need to do to take this team where it is today and level it up again. And just finding those people that have good attitudes, or supporting people who have good attitudes, or working with people to improve their attitude. Because quite honestly, maybe Natalie, with her attitude, it could just be something where she's confused at work. Maybe it's something where she is not working well with someone else. Maybe somebody has said something to her and it's put her off her game. And us being able to, as a leader or manager, go back and work with Natalie to at least move her towards 100% like Kim. Or with Kim, Is there something to where we can get her to start looking at things to where she can look at things more positively, look at things with a more prospective outlook, and start considering how can we get these things done? Or having this attitude of literally, there's nothing in life that's impossible. So go back, look at your team, start considering who are the Natalies, who are the Kims, and who are the ELISAs on your team, and start thinking about who's going to help you build your team, who's going to help you achieve your objectives within your practice, your business, and start thinking about who you need to attract to your team that's going to be more like the ELISA or the Kim. So there's your Organizational Excellence Podcast. I'll talk with you again soon.